5 famous graves the public cannot visit. Number 1. Andy Griffith. Andy Griffith died after suffering a heart attack at his coastal North Carolina home on Roanoke Island. He passed away around 7 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, and at the request of his family, his body was lowered into the grave on the island at around 11:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. The Andy Griffith show star was lowered into the ground in the Griffith family cemetery on the estate private property just hours after he passed. The Griffith family specifically requested that he be buried right away. There doesn't seem to be many details as to why, though. The Andy Griffith Show actor lived a notoriously private life, so he and his family may not have wanted a public service of any sort. Additionally, it may have simply come down to a personal request on his own part. He may not have wanted all the pomp and circumstance that comes along with so many celebrity deaths. Whatever the reasoning, the decision is a strange one to say the least. Andy was a person of incredible, strong Christian faith and was prepared for the day he would be called home to his Lord, Griffith's latest wife wrote. Number 2. Merle Haggard. The no-frills, quiet affair of Merle Haggard's funeral service on Saturday, April 9th, suited the legend's matter-of-fact, stripped-down approach to life. Held at his ranch in Shasta County, California, the service was officiated by Haggard's friend and fellow country icon, Marty Stewart, against a backdrop formed by Haggard's beloved tour bus, the Silver Chief. Haggard had been struggling with his health since late 2015, battling more than one bout of double pneumonia in less than 6 months and canceling a host of shows as a result. After a stay in hospice care, the icon passed away on April 6, 2016, his 79th birthday. He is buried here on his ranch that you see in Palo Cedro, California. Number 3. Dell Earnhardt. During the Daytona 500, Earnhardt was fighting for third position against drivers Sterling Marlin and Ken Schrader. In a horrific twist of fate, the right front of Marlin's car tapped the back of Earnhardt's number 3 car. The car began to spin and took a hard turn into the concrete wall at almost 160 miles an hour. Schrader slid into the infield grass and jumped out of his car to check on his friend, who was suddenly stunned to find him already dead. At the age of 49, the unstoppable driver had died from an apparent skull fracture. After the crash, researchers found Earnhardt's death was preventable. A poorly designed head restraint allowed the driver's neck to snap forward upon impact. NASCAR immediately instituted a 6-point safety harness system, started using foam walls, and dramatically changed the safety rules to reduce driver injuries. The Earnhardt family, including Teresa, Taylor, Carrie, and Dell Jr., arrived at 11:55. When they were seated, Randy Owen, the lead singer for the country music band Alabama, sang goodbye while playing guitar. Owen originally wrote the words for his wife Kelly, then slightly altered them for this occasion. The song began, "Before I say goodbye, I say to you, my days with you were the best years of my life." Earnhardt is buried back in the woods behind his farm in North Carolina. Because his grave is on private property, you cannot visit. Earnhardt's widow, Teresa, did not want her husband's gravesite to become a tourist attraction. The family went to great lengths to keep adoring fans away from the NASCAR driver's burial spot. In February 2001, many believed Earnhardt's final resting place would be at the cemetery in his hometown of Kannapolis, North Carolina, because his mother still lived in the town and his father is buried there. Following a nationally televised memorial service held in Charlotte, Earnhardt was reportedly buried in a private ceremony attended only by his family and closest friends. Number 4. James Brown. James Brown entertained us for more than 50 years before passing away. The godfather of soul is buried in the Thomas family home crypt in Beach Island, South Carolina. Since Brown's death on Christmas Day in 2006, family are feuding among the entertainer's children has left Tommy Ray virtually penniless as the children, legitimate and otherwise, have launched legal claims on Brown's estate, along with lawyers, hangers-on, and business associates. In addition, there's the situation with Brown's will. According to Tommy Ray, a will leaving half of Brown's fortune to her and the rest to a charitable foundation to help underprivileged children mysteriously disappeared in the days following the legendary entertainer's death. On the flip side, there was a will signed in 2000 that his children are standing by. That will, which was made before the singer married Tommy Ray and their son's James Jr.'s birth, lists Brown's 6 adult children as the beneficiaries. He thought he had provided for me and little man, as he called our son, but every piece of scum and slime came crawling out of the woodwork the day he died, Tommy Ray said. There have been lawsuits and countersuits. I know I will prevail eventually, but I'm living in hell, she said. The legitimacy of James Jr. as the elder Brown son has been questioned by the singer's other children, who claim Brown had a vasectomy in the 1980s. The squabbling ultimately resulted in a judge ordering a DNA test, which confirmed that Brown was James Jr.'s father. Despite the verification, the way in which the result was reached is an issue that Tommy Ray gets emotional discussing. They couldn't do the normal DNA test because of all the embalming fluid in his body, so they had to cut off his legs to get to his bone marrow, she revealed. I wept uncontrollably when I found out. My husband, the greatest dancer in the world, had his legs hacked off in death. As if enough damage hadn't been done, Tommy Ray goes on to reveal that in the 6 months after Brown's passing, the singer's body was moved 14 times. It eventually ended up in a temporary grave in the garden of Brown's oldest daughter, Deanna's home in Georgia, before being moved to the Thomas family home crypt in Beach Island, South Carolina. Number 5. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson died of cardiac arrest at the age of 50, just 3 weeks before he was set to hit the stage once again as the King of Pop. Jackson's family were so concerned about his body after his death that they decided to have his coffin entombed in concrete. He was buried in full stage costume, along with items from his life and music, including his iconic white gloves. He was going to be laid to rest in a gold coffin, but the Jacksons were so concerned about grave robbers and looters, they chose concrete instead. Jackson's brother Marlon revealed that the children wrote, "Daddy, we love you and we miss you," on notes which were placed in the coffin. The casket itself cost over $25,000, and the singer was fitted with a special wig to give him flowing shoulder-length hair. And a makeup artist painted his face to ensure he is buried as if he was taking the stage and doing his last bow. The spot where Jackson is buried is closed to the public and is surrounded by high walls, and anyone visiting has to show ID. Security cameras linked to sensors are installed around his grave, which will activate an alarm to warn security guards of any would-be trespassers. Now, for the fun part. This may or may not be true. It has been reported that Katherine Jackson, Michael Jackson's mother, was so paranoid and scared someone would steal his body that she shockingly kept his corpse on ice for months, before the Jackson matriarch settled the family feud and had her beloved sons remain secretly cremated and thwart ghoulish efforts to rob his grave. The family kept the secret for safety reasons and to fulfill Michael's wishes, but Katherine's privately revealed the truth to several trusted friends. So on September 3rd, 2009, the family held a private burial service at Forest Lawn in Glendale, California, where Michael's empty casket was entombed in a structure known as the Great Mausoleum. About 200 of their closest friends attended the intimate ceremony, including Michael's ex-wife Lisa Marie Presley and longtime friend Elizabeth Taylor. After holding the small ceremony and entombing the empty coffin in the mausoleum, the infamous Jackson clan chose somewhere sentimental to say their final goodbyes, choosing to scatter Michael's ashes at his beloved Neverland Ranch, which was so special to him. In particular, by the Giving Tree, one of his favorite spots on the property, where he would spend hours there writing and reading poetry. Close sources say the family wanted him to rest in peace in a familiar place. Although Michael sold the 2,700-acre property near Santa Barbara before his death for over $22 million, now back on the market for $67 million, a close source to the family has said his 3 children, Prince, Paris, and Blanket still have access to the ranch and can go to the property whenever they want to visit him. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I know this video is a little different than what we normally do. I just thought it was interesting. I had found that there are graves that we just won't ever be able to go see. And so I thought I'd compile those into a list of 5 and put them out there. And if you're interested in it, hey, thanks for making it this far. This is the end of the video. Wow. By the way, if the channel has grown immensely, like over the past couple of months, we've went up like 800 subscribers or something. It's been crazy. Like, wow, what a ride. And it's all thanks to you. Without you, none of this would even be happening. I am blown away by all the support, all the comments, all the "we think you're great." It's weird how when you do something you enjoy, other people enjoy it and they comment, and yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And so I can't thank you enough for watching this content that I put out, which really drives me to go do more, bigger and better things, which are coming. We're going to take a couple of trips here pretty soon and go see what we can find. Because you know what? You never know what you're going to find on the back roads.